RTX GTX GPUs RX RTX GTX GPUs RX RTX GTX GPUs RTX GTX GPUs RX RTX GTX GPUs RX RTX GTX GPUs RX RTX GTX GPUs RX RTX GTX GPUs
Yo, yo, what is up? What's up, everybody? Look at that chart. Look at that Bitcoin chart. Crypto is what's up. What's up, DJ? Smash the like. Look at that. Amplifier Gaming, what's up? How's it going today? What's up, dude? How's it going today? Crypto's moving in the right direction. Cheers to that. Vote in the poll if you haven't. What's up, everybody? Smash the like button. Help out the channel. Who else we got here? Yo. Let's see. Let's see. Automatic Beats, what's up, dude? Black Hat Team, good evening. What else? Hobbyists I saw in there. Man, nice. Caspa doing the same as always after Crescendo. Yeah, Caspa did their hard fork, but I guess more throughput, but mining rewards haven't changed. Rizzo, what's up? PJ, what's up, dude? What's up, everybody? Thanks for coming to hang out. What day is it? I don't know. It's like Tuesday? Tuesday night? Yeah, any updates on what you're mining? Sure, we can talk through that. I do have to get to work in the stream. We'll get into my cocktail in a second. It was the request of the missus this evening. But yeah, let's see. Smash the like, bros. Get some more people in here. Get settled for the night. I got a lot I want to do tonight. I want to start breaking down the 16 series rig tonight, maybe, if that's cool with all of you, as we chat. But taking a look at Bitcoin here, I've been just like keeping an eye on it today. Here's the, let's see, that's the 1 day. I think we hit 98 the other day. Yeah, we just about hit almost 98 the other day. So let's see, where have we been? Last 3 months. I mean, that's the 3-month chart. We're looking pretty good. We're coming back up. There's the 6-month, which includes the all-time high. Almost hitting that like 110. So, I mean, we are... I don't read charts, but we're looking good. Which is good, because all I've been pretty much doing is buying Bitcoin. Yeah. Oh, vote in the poll. What do you think? Wait, and let me know in the chat if there's another crypto that you would choose that's not in that poll. But the poll is, if you had to take your entire paycheck and buy only one crypto for the next year, what would it be? Bitcoin, Ethereum, Kaspa, or Dogecoin? Right now, Bitcoin is leading the charts, but only 30 votes. So get in there and vote if you haven't yet. I'm really curious to see where the sentiment is right now. Crypto Crag, what's up, dude? Son of Rabbit, what's up, buddy? Unfortunately, I did not hit a Doge block with my mini Doge Pro, so I'm going to move back to pool mining. I actually did all of the math on Doge solo mining the other day, because I'm going to make a video on it. So I did it for the gold shell. So spoiler, I did it for the gold shell bites. So the chance, let me see. I got it on the computer here. Let's see. I could just probably pull it over here. Let's see. We'll look at it together. So the chance of hitting a Doge block with the gold shell bites is, in a year, would be 1 in 71 odds of hitting a Dogecoin block in a year. So you should hit a Dogecoin block with a gold shell bite once every 71 years. Once every 71 years. Yeah, and I mean that's a block a minute, so it's a lot of blocks, but there's a lot of miners mining Doge. And then so what I did is the math on the Doge miners I have online. It's not a lot. I have the Flu miner, which is, what is, I mean, how have I broken down? So the byte is 80 mega hash. Mini Doge 3 is 700 mega hash, and Flu miner is 53 mega hash. 5300 mega hash. I have some other ones, but they're not on. So if I put all of those on Doge, it would take me, I would hit a block once every 339 days. Would be the odds of hitting a Doge block, which, I mean, arguably is just once a year I should hit a Doge block. Not enough of a, if that was maybe once a month, I might go in, but that's not frequent enough for me to chance it, I don't think. Do you have any big boy ASICs? Nah. I had some Bitcoin ones in the past, but they are past their prime. Past their prime. So yeah, that's Doge. I don't. Yeah, that's rough odds. It is definitely rough odds. I don't think I would go in on that. But yeah, like maybe once a month. When I was doing solo mining, big time, I was doing what was I doing? I did Firo for a while. I think I did Ravencoin, Neoxa. I mean, those I was doing because you were talking at least multiple blocks a week, which just feels like a better timeline. What would you guys do? Would you guys do that? Would you take, if it was 1 a year odds, would you risk it? Or would you just want those consistent pool rewards, considering also those miners are profitable? So it's not like I'm losing money over electric to use them. They are profitable over my electric setup. So it's like I'd be sacrificing consistent, reliable rewards to just kind of like risk it all. Let me know what you would do in the chat, and like how often you would need to have to hit a block in order to risk it for solo mining. And that's where you get to the difference between like the lottery miners, like the Bitcoin miners. It's just like 1 in every 3,000 years you get a block. So it's like, just might as well just risk it. And then you get into solo mining where it's like, it could be a different timeline. Like you could actually hit a block in a year or a month. And cheers. there. Let's see if I got this one on. Yep. Cheers there. That's just pretty much the cocktail camera at this point. Whiskey sour. Whiskey sour tonight. Wife's request. Yeah, that's good. If it's not profitable, go solo. Doge block is about 10,000, I believe. So Doge is 10,000 reward in a block, but it would be worth less than that. So price of Doge, let's see. Let's see. 17 cents. Yeah, so you're talking what, 170 bucks? Math. No, $1,700. I was off a decimal place. $1,700 would be the current value of a block, roughly. Max, what's up, dude? Driving home from work. Hope you had a good day, buddy. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate the support. Are you planning on getting some of those big boy ASICs again? Host some things? Yeah, definitely. That is the plan. Plan is to get some of those ASICs. Definitely Bitcoin is what I would want. Bitcoin ASICs, and then get them hosted. Not run them here. Definitely want to do that. Just got to find like the right time, right hosting company. And then just, I want to do that for sure. Otherwise, like at home, the home ASICs, you know, the Alio ones we can check in on. They're still doing really well, though Alio profits come down with all the Ice River AE zeros going out. But the price of Alio has stayed relatively in the same ballpark, down just a little bit. Right now, it's been like at 22, 23 cents. But I mean, that's kind of, it's been just kind of like chopping around there for a while now. Going back to March, even, let's see. Yeah, I would say like March, it's been just chopping around that same price. So even with all that hash rate coming on from the gold shell miners, Ice River miners, it's just been pretty much in the same place. But I've been tracking this, just looking at profitability. So let's just check out the gold shell EAE1M. So that is making right now, let's see, $15.50 profit per day. And I think that's down like half of when I made the video. Let's see how I rank here. EA is such a terrible name. Nope. Oh my God. Here I am. What was it doing then? Then it was doing, yeah, 35. Yeah, 30. It was doing $35 then. So it gives you a sense of where that is at right now with all of the hash rate coming online. And I was actually taking a look at that. Yeah, I think this is it right here. So this is the hash rate chart for Alio. So we're in new all-time high territory for hash rate on the network, which is not a surprise because of all the ASICs coming online. Yeah, but here's mainnet launch back here, and just from GPUs we hit like 800 gigahash per second, but we're well over 1,000 gigahash per second coming up. Like you can see, this is the ASICs coming online right here. No doubt about it. That's all the ASICs coming online, which brings more difficulty, and the price has not gone up to take into account all of that extra hash rate, which is why then the profitability of the miners will drop. So how's that Ice River AE0 going? I saw the video of like pallets of them getting shipped out. Yeah, so it's been sticking around like $5 a day. I think that's kind of where it's been the last few days. I've been checking it. Is that still like $7.99, $8.50 on whatever site that is? But I'm also curious because of tariffs with all this stuff, if we're going to see some of that shipping get caught up, and if we'll hang on to profitability a little longer, or if they're just going to send it to other countries and it won't matter. Yo, vote in the poll if you haven't yet. I'm going to close it out soon. Dave Jackson, what's up, buddy? Thanks for coming. Red Fox, 4 more 170 HXs coming in to finish my rig. You get any yet? I have 8 on the way. I have 8 of them on the way, which is why I have to start grinding through these GPUs to sell them to pay for that. So yeah, I'm going to throw those. The plan right now, I have an 8 card Octominer that has 3090s in it. I'm going to take those out and then throw the 170 HXs in. Throw that in the garage. Figure out what to put it on. Probably Flux, I would think, and just let it roll. Just let it roll on solar power. What's your rate at your place? So my electric is 16 cents per kilowatt hour, but it's going to go up big time next month in June. It's probably going to be mid-20s, I think, because there's a 20%, it goes into summer rates, and then there's also a 20% increase on electric in my state at the same time. So last year I was like 20 cent at the summer rates. And then so it's going to be 20% on top of that, which is, yeah, it's like 24 cents I'll be at over here, which is insanity considering when I moved in, I was at 10 cents. And then during winter and then summer went up to like 11. And that was 8 years ago. So I have solar at my house. I got it up about a month ago. So I'm using that. It's not covering, it covers my whole house and gives me extra to mine with. But I've been mining, I have had more machines online, so I'm actually using more electric than my solar is covering right now because I got the Alio miners, the Dogecoin miners that are also profitable over even that electric rate that I had. Yeah. Alio A6L pressure incoming. I'm curious. I like Alio, so my strategy has been to hold some, but I gotta sell a lot to pay the income tax I gotta owe on those miners that Goldshell sent me, which is, you know, it's like a blessing in disguise kind of thing. But we can take a look at how I'm doing here. Yeah, so okay. So these are that's the GPUs that I originally mined with. And then here's the byte down on the bottom, did 123 Alio. And then the AE box has done 1700. That one's done good, because if you look at my break even on it right now, you know, assuming that I paid 1700 on it, which is what it was to buy when I got it. And then assuming that you paid 16 cents per kilowatt hour to run it, I've sold half of the Alio that it's mined every time I've got a payout and hold the other half. But in total, considering all of that's current worth, the USDC that I have and the current price of the Alio that I held, it's 18.5% to break even. The EAE1M, the list price on it is $34.09 when I received it. I think it still is, which is brutal. And I've sold all of it every time I get a payout. You can see right here, every 2 days I get a payout. And I've sold almost $300 worth because I got to pay income tax on it. And I don't have the money to pay the income tax on it. So I got to sell everything. But that one's only 6% to break even right now. So, you know, interesting experiment here. We'll see what happens. I hope that both of these hang on for a little while longer, but I know, like, just with the way things are going, they're going to be junk. They're going to be recycled pretty fast. So, yeah, so to answer the earlier question, I have those mining right now along with the bytes. I also have the Flu miner right now on Doge and LTC and all the merge mining coins. Have a BTC small little lucky miner going. That is just pool miner right now. I'm not solo mining on it. And I have another mini Doge right now, but I'm running lean right now. And then the only other thing I did is put up. If you didn't check out the video yet, that's okay. We're busy people, busy lives. I put this thing on my house, the GeoNet. There's the Wingbits miner I put on my house. I bought that with my own money. Back in October, I finally got it like 2 weeks ago, and I finally got around to installing it. So that's doing good. It's actually made probably like $20, $30 worth of GeoNet already. Your solar setup's pretty sweet. Thanks, Rizzo. It's a blast, man. It's really fun. It just makes me want more. It's like free sun power, you know? Yeah, Dave, I know. You're at, dude, 3 cents a kilowatt hour in Canada, dude. That's crazy. I've never I can't even comprehend that electric rate. It's like they're paying you to use their power. All right, I'm gonna end this poll. How'd we do? If you had to take your entire paycheck and buy only one crypto for the next year, what would it be? BTC wins. 66% said that they would put into BTC. But what's interesting is Caspa was next above Ethereum, which is interesting. Why the heck is ETH above Doge? Nice. Flu Miner is cool, man. It's a cool unit. I'm looking forward to the L2, which is rad looking. I'm stoked on this Flu Miner L2. Let's see. Do they have this thing anywhere yet? It's the speaker. No. Probably because Brave search. Yeah. They probably have a picture of it on Crypto Miner Bros. Yeah. This is the speaker. Man, that thing is cool. So you play some music while mining some Doge and Litecoin. Dude, it looks lame. Are you kidding me? Tell me the last time we had a speaker that mined Dogecoin. Chump Change, what's up, buddy? Yeah, so this is cool. Hopefully I get one to test. But I'm a musician. I love music, so this would be a fun one to use. I can't even wrap my head around it yet. 1 gigahash. Do they have it on here yet? Let's see. They might. These guys are good mining now. They have like everything. Yeah, there it is. Okay. L2. So with 10-cent electric rate right now, it makes like 56 cents a day. So it's not going to be a profitable guy. June looks like first batch. 230 watts. Efficiency is 0.23. I feel like is that good? Maybe not. Doge. Efficiency. Okay, so it's right there with... Yeah, I mean, the L1 is... So it's using the same chip, so it's the same efficiency as the L1, which is amongst the best efficiency, and then you get to the AlphaPex DG2. Dude, get out of here, goat. I'm not even going to say that out loud. You're banned. Dude, you're banned forever. Oh my god, just kidding. You're a moderator now. You got promoted from that. Congrats, man. Golden Wolf, good evening from Seattle. Nice, dude. Safe drives. Hope it's not too rainy over there. That's so funny, man. Oh, man. Chump Change, do not egg him on over there. That's funny. Ooh, what happened to the tunes? Uh-oh, it broke. Time for me to go all in on Caspa? No chance, dude. There we go. Insult the guy and get a wrench. You get behind that. Oh, man, that's funny. How's the Bitcoin doing? Looking good. 97.5. All right, so check it out. Things I haven't done yet. Here's the 5090. Haven't done anything with it since the live stream last week. It's literally just been sitting here on my desk, which is a bum out. So let me stack this up behind me. Goes on top of the 3080 Ti I have to sell back there. What else haven't I done? I haven't finished testing the 5070 yet, though I have been chipping away at it on Zealous. But what I have to do is I have to start working through the pile of GPUs that I have. And I think I've decided I'm going to put some of my stuff up on my website, which I got to complete to see if anybody in the community wants to buy it. And then if not, I'll start parting it out over on eBay or locally. But if there's crypto miners that want this stuff, I think I'd rather go to them first. And especially I got all those little mini ASICs. If anybody's got free power, just wants to mess around, I'll throw those up there. But I want to make sure this stuff works, which is going to be a pain to go through. So I'm going to start with the 16 series tonight. That's my goal. So the question to all of you is, should I bring that whole rig up here of 16 cards in Veta frames? Or should I just bring some GPUs up here and start working through them? I got to do some inventory at least to start. I don't know if I'll test them out tonight, but we'll start taking that rig apart. So whole rig up here, or it's just individual GPUs. I don't have a lot of desk space. You might not be able to see me if I take the whole thing up. You gonna list those things on your Discord server? Yeah, I'll probably do something like that. Action Stack says, thanks for teaching me how to use risers about 5 years ago. You helped me make mint during the ETH days. Cheers, man. Cheers to you. Cheers to ETH. Rest in peace. Will it ever be great again without us? Vodka and Crystal Light. All right, so we got to vote for individual GPUs. F ETH. I gotta run an ETH node, though. I really want to. Glad you're doing well, Red Fox. When are we going to kit flip that deck behind you? Dude, over the gold shell bite, right? Viral. Going viral with that. I got to do that soon. Want to see you struggle, so bring up the whole frame. I might have to. We'll see. ETH node is 32 Ethereum. I don't have 30. I had 32 during the ETH days. I had over 32 to be transparent, but I was also mining ETH since like 2018, but I sold a bit. So I don't have the amount that I need, but I'm not far. So I've thought of like taking everything that's mining and throwing it on unminable and just getting ETH, but I still just want more Bitcoin. 10 minutes to midnight. What's up, dude? What's up, buddy? All right, let's see what we're going to do here. I got to start taking these rigs apart. I'm never going to get to this stuff. Bitcoin comes first. That's right, dude. And that's what every cycle has taught me at this point. Well, except for probably like 2017, 2018, the ICO cycle. That's when I was like, oh my God, I could find another cryptocurrency and make a ton of money. But then the 2020, 2021 cycle, and then the cycle that we're like kind of in-ish right now is like just all Bitcoin. Dude, I'll take some. Actually, I had a beer first when I got home from work. So mixing beer and bourbon right now. All right, let's see. Maybe I could get this rig over on the corner or something of the desk. And I'm going to get sentimental with this one. Let's see what we can do. Okay, we're getting there. This is stupid. This is a stupid idea. All right, this is the oldest rig I have now. These are the oldest GPUs I have. Gotta move some stuff. Ooh, that looks cool. I know the chat's blocking a little bit, but there they are, guys. Man, this is gonna be a tough one. Ooh. One bourbon, one shot, one beer. So these cards I bought when they came out, 2019 maybe, early 2020 maybe. Paid like $200 for them. These are all 1660 Ti's and a couple supers. And man, they have paid themselves off many times over. So I'm a little sentimental for them, but they gotta go. And they've been on this frame since then. So, man, actually, you know what? I'm gonna go. Do you guys mind if I take a sentimental journey before I do this? I'm kind of a guy who has a lot of feelings. Oh man. First video ever, 4 years ago. I think they're in here. There they are on the bottom, right there, of the OG grow tent. Man, look at those good old days. I don't think I had all of them yet because there's 2 open spots on the bottom. Those are the 1070 Ti's. Those are gone. Gave some away. Hobbyist miner bought some. Hehehe, tricked him. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, there they are. Man, these cards are so good back in the day. That's that rig, man. That's that rig right now. That's back in 2020. Holy God. Coming up on 5 years. I'm probably actually at 5 years of these GPUs. Yeah, there's actually they're there. There's the other these are probably the supers. So yeah, I had them all then. Those are 5700 XTs I still have. Gotta get rid of. Okay. So, yep, that's it. I made them watch what they used to do, and now it's time for them to get taken apart. So, plans for these is make sure that they do video out. I did make sure that they mine. I threw them on Ravencoin for like a week, all of them. They all stayed mining. There's one that has a fan clicking. But I realized at the help of somebody else that I should test the video outputs work on all of them, which I'm sure they do. They're in really good shape, but I should test that for, you know, anybody who's not a miner that is going to want to buy it. So I'm going to start breaking them down. Yeah, these are really good shape, man. I took good care of these ones, unlike some of the cards. So here's a Gigabyte 1660 Ti, and actually the fans always worked. They never broke. Imagine that on a Gigabyte card. Yeah, and I've decided I don't think I'm going to clean them. It's just going to be too much time. Just sell as is. They just need to be like dusted and stuff. They're in good condition. There's no rust, really no corrosion or anything on any of these. Look at that vintage fire hazard. We were so ballsy back then. Yeah, dude, and actually in that grow tent, you just reminded me. One of the first scary things I had happen in mining happened in that grow tent. Okay, we gotta go. I gotta tell you this. Let me go back. Okay. So it might have actually been this rig. Let me get, yeah, okay, this is probably a good, let's see, I can get a good angle. All right, that's good. So, bottom of that grow tent, I think it might have been this rig. It was offline in Hive OS or Windows or whatever I was using then. It was offline, so I crawl in there. I'm on like my hands and knees to reach in because the power supply is in the back of the grow tent, like the ATX power supply. And I notice the whole rig is off. And I go and I reach all the way into the back there. And I flip the power supply off. EVGA, great power supply. And I flip it on again and boom! Just saw this huge spark in front of me and this loud boom. And I had to go change everything I was wearing at that point. So that power supply just blew right there in that moment when I flipped it back on and it was dead. I think I RMA'd it. It works in a pile over there for the last 4 years of stuff I have to get to. But yeah, that was one of my first like scary moments. The good old days. How about a 4-card rig of 5090s? I don't know. If I'm going to have the 170 HXs. The only other cards I was considering is the 5070s. Might be another good competitor, but I just want the most efficient stuff. I haven't even tested the 5090 yet. I got to see, but even on like AI stuff, doesn't seem like there's a high demand for that, right? Yeah, open air rigs. Plox, what's up, dude? Congrats on winning the last live stream. Let's see how you do tonight. Yeah, just open air rigs. I went to server cases and I kind of settled back to open air rigs over time. Where did I put that GPU? Here it is. All right, we got one off. Some of these, the serial numbers have fallen off, but this one has not. So I'll show you my crazy system right now. I'm probably putting too much thought into this. So there's all the XFX 580s I sold. I did all those on eBay. They went for like 50, 60 bucks a piece. You can see right there. So I'm going to catalog these 1660 Ti's. So this is a gigabyte. I think I got a few of these. If there's anything you want me to chat about or any questions, please tag me or just ask in the chat while I do this. This is probably, why am I doing this? You know, it's like, this is way too much work. I just have the need to be organized in all of this. And I don't even know who's buying these cars these days. This is probably not miners. And it's a really low-end gaming card. SN1932010-38104. Cool. And I do have the boxes. I didn't have the boxes for the 580s, but I have the boxes for all of these cards. For sure. What model is this considered? I guess just OC, and these are 6 gigs, which is all they made them in. Yeah, gigabyte OC. That's it. First one is cataloged. Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. So I'm kind of tempted to do eBay because when I did the 580s, it was real easy. I just put that in there. I mined with them, which I already did on these cards. I actually didn't even test the video out on those. I probably should have. I'm going to test the video out on these, and then I essentially set up like a little photo booth, and I take pictures of every single card, and then just list them right on eBay. So it's a really efficient workflow, but I'm obviously losing out to eBay fees, which if I do my own store, I won't have to worry about. But then there's no auction style, and I'm just going to list them at set prices, which I have to figure out. But then also I get the ability to do some like maybe bulk discounts. But I can't imagine people are going to buy these in bulk because there's, you know, only really miners would do that. Commenting on your stream while I'm streaming your stream. Dude, I saw that. Saw that you started like 9:15. Just for the record, I had this stream scheduled for like 24 hours, I think, at this point. We should just do joint streams and just stop this madness. Plock, can't wait for those 170s to come in. Me too, dude. Thanks for helping me out with that. Has eBay been the best place to offload GPUs? Have like 6600s I want to sell off. It's just so convenient, man. It's so convenient to do. But what you should look at is, look at those. That fan's still good, dude. What you should look at is if it makes sense for you to pay for, I think, like the basic store plan, so you can cut down on fees. For me, with the amount I would have to sell, it makes 100% sense to pay for the higher plan, because it will pay for itself in the fee amount that I'll save really fast. Missed the mining roundtable pods. I was just thinking about those. Should we do a comeback? Maybe we should do a comeback. Me, Chump Change Hobbyist? Mining roundtable? Why not? That'd be fun. 5090s have driver issues, which is why they don't work well on workloads on Linux. It'll get there though. Max, you're the dude that would know. You are the dude that would know. All right, so we got another Gigabyte card. Got an OC. These are the same. I paid like 200, maybe 230 for these, and I think they're going for like $100 right now. Not too bad. Now's the time to sell, I think. We should check them out on eBay in a second. SN 191201 066250. Cool. All right, that's two. What else do I got? I got some more gigabytes. I think they're different though. Let's see what those are going for over on the eBays. Last I looked, they're going for $100. Let's just see. Yeah, okay, 1660 Ti graphics card. Let's see if that's still the case. There's a MSI that sold for 110. Here's another one that sold for only 70. 82. This is probably a minor. This is probably a minor offloading all these. Look at all the pictures are the same. Should we scope them out? Yeah, like solid. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Pool Turner. Yeah, it's a minor. It's on all GPUs. Look at ATX power supplies. This is a minor offloading right there. We found him. Caught you, dude. We caught you. I see you. That's funny. Oh man, I'm joining you. Those are eBay refurbished. I don't care about those. 110. What about? I don't know if there's any gigabytes in here. It's the same guy. So that one was low. That was only $65. But then this one's $140 for a Zotac. 175. I have a bunch of these EVGAs. 80. This is a little all over the place, actually. So anywhere from like $60 to $100, which is super interesting. Huh? Look at this piece of garbage. Dell. Oh man, if there's only one fan on a GPU, I feel a way about it. All right, well, whatever. We'll see. I don't know what to list it at then. Maybe I list them at $70 privately. I don't know. What would you guys sell these at? What would you like starting price them at? $70? See, even these are more. These are like 100. Damn. Oh, man. It's almost like they came down in price the further I go back, which is weird because I thought they'd be going the other way. Unless the tariff scares are over for people. You might motivate me to finally post some of my cards for sale. What do you got left? 69. Nice. $90. Still a little badass card, the 1660 Super. Yeah, I got those. Just don't want to deal with marketplace people. Me neither, dude. That's why I went straight eBay for the 580s. But I'm also excited at the thought of just like listing them on my website and just posting it out to the community, because you just never know what people, and maybe I'll list them a little cheaper there than I would when I throw them on eBay. And then I'm going to keep, I don't know if I mentioned this, I'm going to keep one, the plan is to keep one of every GPU. Just so I have them to test if new algorithms come out or whatever, and it helps somebody in the community where I've now tested this card so you can get up and going faster. I think I'm going to do that. All right, let's get another one off. We're going on to the good ones. These are the EVGAs. RIP EVGA. And I would think that these would sell for a little bit more since EVGA's out of the GPU business. Man, I miss them. Like, these cars are so damn nice. I feel like I want to clean these. I feel like I want to. What would you guys do? Would you clean these cars or just list them as is? The video doesn't really do it justice, but it's kind of dirty. You really can't see it much in the camera. This is a nice card. Let's, I'm gonna log this one in the old catalog system. This is gonna be like just a month of my life gone to doing this. I understand. And like Red Panda's got like 4 times the amount that I have. I can't even imagine. It's so overwhelming, dude. I almost just want somebody like DJ Minds, I think, just had somebody just come pick them all up. Just got rid of them in one shot. Oh, kind of envious of that. And that's why I reached out to BitPro, actually, but the numbers weren't numbering for me. I had to get back to them. I wasn't stoked on the offer for the 170 HXs. Just to do a trade. And they were even just going to come pick them up for me. 9000160. It's a long ass serial number. What kind of card is this? It doesn't say. All right. Oh, it's the XC. That's what it is. Okay. Another one in there. Let me see what you guys are chatting about. Oh, this is giving me a sense of how much this is going to take, how long this is going to take. You got PJ, you got AMD 6800, 3060, Ti 3070. AMD cards go first, then the TIs. Might hang on to my 3070s. Yeah, and I still want to do that video. I just got to finish testing that 5070 where it's the 3070 versus 5070, and like, is it worth paying the like $250 difference to go from a 30 to a 50 for the amount of performance that you'll get? Do you still have all the boxes for the GPUs? I do. Unless some of them I got using bots back in the day from Newegg Open Box, and a lot of those came in just standard brown boxes. So I don't have those, but I'll say like maybe 85-90% of the GPUs I have the original boxes for. Which means like, what am I gonna even have back here? This is kind of my thing. Actually, there's all the Gigabyte 1660 Ti boxes right there. And then I don't know where the other ones are. It's gonna be, what am I gonna put up there? This is ridiculous. All right, let's do another. These are, these are the XCs. Then we do different EVGAs after this. Smaller cards. I hate this, by the way. God, I love these cards. I spent so much time with this stuff. Oh, man. This is, like, weirdly difficult. I remember just getting them and being so excited to see my hash rate numbers go up and more crypto being mined, and like just the feeling of building a rig. And then whenever you had it ooh, this one's kind of yucky. Look down here. Ooh, hit the microphone. See on that, like, before the PCIe That green sticker, that one's kind of yuck. Just the oils and stuff. I remember just having a GPU mining rig and you had like an open slot that you hadn't filled yet. You know, maybe you have 7 cards on an 8-card rig, and there's just no way you can leave that slot open. You just have to fill it. All right, so this one, got another EVGA. XC. 191415 1266 900161. Cool. And then I'm just gonna have a mess of risers and motherboards, and it's just gonna be a lot. Panda has 54 employees behind the scenes. I don't think he does. Yeah, he's crazy, man. He does all that himself. I will buy the GPUs from a miner that he can't use to make any more money from. Yeah, I'm curious what the market's going to be like on this. All right, let's do one of these other EVGA ones that are a little bit different. Let's see. One of the things that's so hard about this is this stuff is not like video worthy, you know, breaking all these down and cataloging them and selling them. So it's like time taken away from making content. And it's like, you know, honestly, if I could do anything, it would be like not make videos for 2 weeks, probably, or maybe 3 weeks, maybe a month, and just grind through all of this with the extra time I would have. These ones are cool, man. Man, these are cool. These are the smaller EVGA 1660 Ti's. Really great shape. Really great shape on these. Let's get that one cataloged in. Maybe just try to finish this row tonight. That would be 8 GPUs down. I don't know if this one has an actual name. This is just like their standard TI when the other was the XC. Yeah. All right, another one down. So I got a bunch of these actually, but we'll do maybe just 3 more for tonight. Let's see. Do streams like Mr. Chump? Dude, I don't have time, man. This week's tough too. I'm off tomorrow, but it's probably gonna be a packed day. Hoping I can get a video done. I got a couple I want to make. Does anyone make money mining anymore other than the volcano miners in Costa Rica? Yeah, man. I mean, it's just you got to get the right stuff at the right time. But electric rate is the biggest challenge nowadays. With electric rates going up everywhere, it's the energy game. That's what we're in. We were always in the energy game, you know. But we're with residential prices going just absolutely berserk. We're more in that game right now. Miss EVGA. Refuse to get anything but those and founders for the longest time. Me too. EVGA is what I had in my gaming PCs. Shout out 1070. What did I have? No, I had a 770. Then a 1080. And then that's when I got into mining. And then I put in, I think I had a 2070. And then put a 3070 Ti EVGA in there. And now there's a, I think, what do I have in there? I don't even know. Is it a Founders 40 series? I don't know what's in there. But yeah, 40 series, obviously EVGA quit before then. I mean, so just thinking right here, we'll just say for argument's sake, for even math, if I sold this whole top row, that's $800 I would get. And let's just maybe take a little bit off that. It's like, yeah, I could probably pull like $800 to $900, meaning this whole rig is probably like $1,600, which that's just money sitting around. So it's time to get to work, man. And this is the least expensive GPUs that I have. And I'm like, should I have started with these? Should I have sold my 3080 Ti's first? 3090s first? Probably. But in my brain, I was like, I'm going to start with the oldest cards. Northern Crypto, what's up? So is GPU mining over? Nope. It's just evolved. And it's, listen, it's like not profitable, but there's projects that you can only GPU mine. So it's heavy spec mining. So it's a matter of getting the most efficient GPUs that you have. So you're not burning electricity that you don't need to burn. And so 40 series wasn't really worth doing that upgrade if you had great 3060 Ti's or 3070s. 50 series seems to be worth the jump from 30. But then also when you look at the 170HXs, it just makes sense. If you want to keep GPU mining, get your gear in the most efficient gear as possible with all the rising energy rates right now. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to downsize to the most efficient cards, which they'll have more hash rate. So I'm kind of like curious where I end up after all of that. But GPU mining is not dead. It's just on life support big time right now. All right. So if you're just joining, I am cataloging all the GPUs on this 16 series rig that I am selling to get some money back, so I can, really honestly for me is I can invest that into first some more efficient GPUs, which is definitely 170HXs, which I got coming, and then maybe 5070s, but just keeping it to like maybe like 2 rigs. And then, well, actually, I'll have my 40 series rig, which is just one of every card. And then I'll have a 30 series rig for one of every card. So I guess I'll wind up with like 4 rigs when I'm said and done. But those rigs will just be for testing when new algorithms come out. But as far as like actually on and mining GPU coins, will probably be 1, if maybe 2 rigs. We'll see. We'll see. Also, I mentioned earlier in the video, I want to get some ASICs hosted. So I might just put some capital into that. And I also want to like work on my YouTube setup. There's things that'll just help me be more efficient down here. I just don't, have the money to do that tied up in hardware that's not making money. The best idea when it comes to mining is start mining 15 years ago. Best time to plant a tree is 15 years ago. Second best time is now. Isn't that what they say? Nobody knows the future. All right, we got 2 more cards left. They're all the way up here behind the chat. 2 more EVGAs. And then, yeah, I mean, all the splitters and stuff. Oh my God, I'm gonna have a pile of stuff, man. I'm gonna have at least a dozen frames. It's crazy to think that these frames that these GPUs are on were once cost, like during the height of GPU mining, like during the non-height, they're like $30. During the height, these are like $200 for aluminum frames to put your GPUs on. You were paying $200 during the height of crypto GPU mining. Like, that is crazy to think about. Aluminum frame. Let's see. And EVGA use long serial numbers. That's another one gone. This is miserable. This is sad. Breaking down the GPU mining rigs. It's way overdue. And now, I really do think now is the best time. Because prices definitely have come up on used GPUs. Like, once I saw the 3070s go from like 225 to 300, I was like, oh, I see what's happening here. It's time. All right, there's the last one of that top row. Another one of those EVGAs. And I'm realizing I have some more 16 series in the repair pile. So I gotta see, I'll probably keep those ones. I don't know. Sell as is, probably. I'll probably just sell those ones as is and keep some of the ones that are working. Just like I was saying, I want to keep one of each. Just to have it for testing. At least, maybe I'll sell them all, I don't know. That's what I'll start with. Just keep one of each. I didn't keep a 580 though. Get rid of those. Nobody cares about those. Cool. That is 8 cards taken off. Man. All right. So that's the name of the game right there. Got 8 GPUs. Taken out of that rig. So those are 2 gigabyte cards and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 EVGA 1660 Ti's. And just say I get like, let's do the math. Say I get, after, like not including shipping and all that, let's just say I get 70 for each. That's $560. That is sitting around depreciating in value right now. And I will have to pay income taxes on that because I depreciated all of that hardware when I bought it in that year's tax return. So I have to consider that I keep some aside to pay that quarterly tax bill. But this is the start of it. This is the start of offloading all this stuff. Got quite a bit to do. Quite a bit to do. Oh, man. Whew. All right, I'm beat. That was a lot. I thought I was going to get through this whole rig. I'm disappointed I did not. I'm going to keep churning away at this. And listen, if you in the chat or you watching this in a replay afterwards, if you're interested at buying any of my GPUs or ASICs that you see in some of my videos for a not lowball price, like a fair price, hit me up, contact@redfoxcrypto.com or join my Discord and just tag me on there. And like, I would just love this stuff to go to my community, to our YouTube community first. I think that would be, really, really cool. So hit me up on there if you're interested in buying GPUs. I got 16 series, 30 series, AMD 6000 series. I got some small box miners from Mini Doge ones, 2s, KSO Pros, some at hash miners as well. Just like hit me up and we can chat and figure all that out. But I'm gonna get going. Been about an hour. I'm probably gonna watch another episode of Andor right now to get caught up on that. But thanks for checking out the live stream. Thanks for tuning in as I work through all of this. Hope you have a great week ahead. I'll see you in the next video. See you in the next live stream. Thanks, everybody. Peace out. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night.
Proof of work. At hash, BTC hash, MTP, octopus, compound, autoecus, equihash, SHA 2, 56, megahash, 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 proof of work. At hash, BTC hash, MTP, octopus, compound, autoecus, equihash, SHA 2, 56. Proof of work.